The fleas are placed inside the jar, and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. They're now set for the rest of their lives. And, when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example. The fleas are placed inside the jar, and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behavior is now set for the rest of their lives. And, when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
Hey, Shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashem El Shai Barakatham to you, hopefully elect. All right, and I saw this video, and I thought it was rather interesting because just like Esau Edom and how he's conditioned our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians to, basically, he patented us and formed us to basically to the image of the beast. All right. But the difference between us of the hopefully elect and to the rest that are blinded, because they're still plugged into this matrix. The difference being that Yahweh Shema Shai, through his grace, his mercy, by his spirit, he called us out of this, because again, we were all conditioned at one point, being conditioned, to follow after the blueprint of the so-called white man. Let me get this real quick. In Isaiah chapter 10. Isaiah chapter 10. In verse 20 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth." All right. You see, because again, eventually the elect will wake up. All right. And this is why, like it tells you here in Romans 12:2, it says, "And be not conformed to this world," because again, that's exactly what we were being conditioned again to, Esau Edom, and we were under his vibration, we were under his covering, because when you go to this in Isaiah 30, it says, Isaiah 30:1, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." So you see, all right, that covering, they cover themselves with a covering, but it's not of Yahweh Shema Shah's covering. All right, but again, because nevertheless the elect would eventually be reconditioned, because that's what it's a matter of, being reconditioned, because we're all conditioned to follow after the so-called white man. That's why I read that in Isaiah 10, because again, the elect would say to hell with the so-called white man. We won't put our trust in him, in his system. All right. You see, because like when you read verse 2, it says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right, so again, you know, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his system. You see, while 2/3 of our people, they love the so-called white man. All right, you know, they go to the ones doing all the oppressing. All right, that this is who Jake is going to. This is who Jake is going to for comfort. You know, the ones that are causing all the oppression. It just doesn't make sense. But again, the elect, Yahweh Shema Shai, he will wake them up and recondition them. Going back to Romans 12. Romans 12 and 2 again. It says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right, so we had to be transformed. All right, our whole way of thinking, our whole mindset, again, we had to be reconditioned to follow out the Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, we had to learn to let go of the hand of the so-called white man. All right, and now we're walking with Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, again, he's covering us with his covering, under his shadow, his pavilion. All right, you know, he's our strength, not the so-called white man. All right, because like I said, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, because, you know, again, being under the covering, that covering cast of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you know, we were taught to walk completely contrary to Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you know, we were taught to walk completely contrary, in complete opposition to Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, that's why the scriptures talk about those that love this world, man, you're in enmity with the Most High, man. You know, because of the way of the world is not of Yahweh Shema Shai. Again, it's contrary, it's against Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, but again, nevertheless, we were all conditioned at this point. At one point, you know, before we woke up to the truth, but we had to be reconditioned to walk after Yahweh Shema Shai, not the so-called white man. Because, hey, man, the Lord allowed this devil to do a number on our people, man, you know, to the point where our people are so beat down, you know, hey, this to 2/3, this is normal. This is how it's supposed to be. And it's not. You know, that's why we are constantly crying out day and night to Yahweh Shema Shai, man, because this is not how it's supposed to be. You know, and let me say that again, because Yahweh Shema Shai allowed Esau Edom to really work a number on our people, man. Because, hey, you know, ever since we came over here in them cargo slave ships, you know, hey, we've been completely disconnected for a period of time, man. Ever since we came off of those cargo slave ships, you know, completely disconnected, which bred ground for Esau to re-educate us. You know, we got to go to his school systems and, you know, his schooling and, you know, so on and so forth, his colleges and things of that nature, man. You know, but again, we are being reconditioned by the renewing of our mind. All right. You know, because like I said in this clip, man, you know, these creatures, man, you know, they were reconditioned. All right. You know, and hey, their offspring is also going to be conditioned. You know, and that's hey, man, that's scary. You know, because as I always say, if we had to come back through the loins of these 2/3, man, you know, these niggas, man, these man, unruly children who wake up, they wake up and their first meal is monsters and hot Cheetos, man. If we had to come back to the loins of these degenerates, then we're completely through. But that's why the Lord, he's only dealing with a remnant. I'm gonna go ahead and get this real quick in Isaiah 1. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. And this is who, again, the Lord is dealing with. He put a spirit upon. All right. You know, the elect are being baptized, the true baptism. All right. Again, by the renewing of their minds. All right. You see, man, because if not, hey, it says we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. We would have been completely destroyed, man. We be out of there. We be completely through. So that's why, again, the Lord is only dealing with the elect. Only the elect. The elect are being reconditioned. Because again, we were all conditioned at one point, but the elect are being reconditioned. All right. So just real quick, Lord willing, was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathum, to you hopefully elect. Until next time, Shalom.